Good afternoon and welcome back to our Food for Thought edition, sports betting picks and analysis. We're going to be giving out our top picks and plays for the NBA. There's only one NBA game, and we have the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship for the NFL. We'll be doing that as well, giving out my best plays, props, and totals. But first, we're going to start with the NBA. We'll get that out of the way first since it's only one game. It's OKC at Portland. OKC, 11.5 point favorites, total 226.5. This game's at about 6 p.m. this evening. Right now, the total is consensus right now. It's gone all the way to 14, minus 14. That's the line right now at all the books. And the total is at 226. So for this game here, we're going to look at the injury report. Injury report here. And we'll look at both sides. OKC. Luke Dortz ruled out. Chet Holmgren out indefinitely. Both their guys are out for Portland. DeAndre Ayton ruled out, knee injury. Matisse Thybulle. Let's look at him for a moment. Out indefinitely, Matisse Thybulle. So if you're wondering where we're getting all the latest information from, it is from oddslogic.com. This is where we get the latest information. Line report, this will be the line moves, spreads, over-unders, injury report for NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball, NHL, any sport you can think of. We have all of it. Okay, so back to the OKC versus Portland. We're going to view this game now. Review it. I have a pick on this game as well. Now, they've played 2 times already. This is a third meeting. First meeting, November 1st in Portland. And OKC won 137-114. OKC was 11-point favorite. Second game in OKC. Second game, this game's in OKC, November 20th. Portland was a 12.5 dog. OKC was favored by 12.5. OKC won by 10, 109-99. This is the third meeting. OKC 7-3 against other competitors last 10 games, 6-4 against the spread, 8-2 to the over. 3-2 last 5. OKC, and 4-1 to the over. Portland 5-5 last 10 games, 6-4 against the spread, 4-6 to the under. Portland coming off a road trip. They had won 3 straight games, covered 3 games in a row on the road trip. Last 5 games, Portland 2-3 to the under.
Final.
Now, in this case here, I like to fade teams coming off the road trip, as I mentioned in various videos that we've talked about. It doesn't matter what sport, football, basketball, hockey. I like fading teams coming off a road trip, especially if it's a three-game road trip. So in this case, I'm definitely fading Portland. And I like OKC. Remember, OKC, they hadn't played since January 23rd. So you haven't played in about 3 days. So they had plenty of time to rest. This is a perfect spot for OKC. I like him here. Plus the 14. At 14 now, I'll take the 14. Minus 14 OKC. They've been covering against the weaker opponents. They didn't cover the last 2 games against Dallas and Utah at home. But I feel they can cover this deal. They'll bounce back here and give us a cover, give us a full game. And because this is the last game of the 4-game home, they're on a 4-game homestand. So they covered the first game against Brooklyn as a 16-point favorite. Didn't cover the last 2 games at home against Utah and Dallas as a 15.5-point favorite and an 11-point favorite. They did not cover. So this last game here, before they go to Golden State, I believe they'll cover this spread at minus 14, OKC versus Portland. So I like that angle. In terms of the total, the over-under, I have no play on that. It's just I like the over. I mean, I like the minus 14 OKC. That's where it's at now. I like that play. Um, in terms of the props for this game, the person that comes to mind in this game, let's see here. Yeah, you gotta look at Shea Alexander. He always has big games against these teams. So we'll look into this now in terms of the props. Let's see. With me for a moment. I'm going to look this up now. Props. So look at Shea Alexander here. Shea Alexander. Probably the best prop to take if you're looking at props. Yeah, so this game here, I would look at this one here. You can look at assist and rebounds. The assist and rebounds is 10.5. That's a clearing number. He's cleared this number 3 of the last 5 games. He didn't clear it the last game. He had 8, so I expect him to bounce back and clear this number. So assist and rebounds over 10.5. Shea Alexander. So that's the angle I would look at. Yeah, assist and rebounds. I like that one. Portland, of course, you have to look at Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons. I would look at his points and rebounds. This is where Anthony Simons is consistent. The clearing number is 20.5. He's cleared this number 3 the last 5 times. He's cleared this number 3 straight times. So look for Anthony Simons. Points and rebounds over 20.5 for a prop. That's a good one. Isaiah Hartenstein. Let's see with him. Nothing here, really. Nothing there. Let's see. Let me look one more time. A good look would be rebounds. Hartenstein rebounds. Clearing number is 10.5. I would go with that one. That's the best one for him. I like that one. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for this game. That's all the props. Those are the best props for this game. So I've given you my plays on that for the one NBA game. And now we're going to turn our attention to the NFL, the AFC and NFC Championship game. First, we're going to start off with the NFC game. It's coming up in a bit, a little after 3 o'clock. I'll give you my plays. Washington at Philadelphia. We're going to get to that right now. One of the most anticipated games of the year, or of the season, I should say, for the playoffs. Line open up at -5, total 48. Right now, we're looking at 6 across the board. Yeah, it's 6 across the board right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 6 across the board. That's what's the latest. Yeah, it's been 6s across the board. Let's get an update here. For this game, we're going to do the sides, totals, props. Let's look at this one here. Get a proper update. Let's see. Yeah, so this game here, so I'll give you the plays that I've done already for this game. This game here, I'm looking at, I've already played it. It's going to be the first half of this game. First half for me, I like under 23.5. I like the under here. I believe this is going to be, it's going to start off slow, be a slow paced game. Basically, both teams know each other very well. So it's going to be like a chess match. So I find the pace will be slow to a certain degree in the first half at least. With that being said, look for a slow pace ground game. Passing game a little bit, but the ground game a lot with Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. They'll be utilized a lot to slow the pace down. So I like that angle. I like I like under 23.5 in the first half. That's my play there. I already took Philadelphia earlier in the week. I took them at -6. I've already played it personally myself early in the week. And I played this one too. I mentioned under 23.5 first half. Now, if you want to get Philadelphia, like the Eagles, of course, you'll wait till game time. You can bet it live and get the Eagles at a better number if you like the Eagles. If you like Washington, obviously, right now it's 6.5. You take the Redskins at 6.5 if you like Washington. That's my take on that. I got a few player props for this game. I'll give you one here. On the Eagles side, I like. Let's see. I do like Dallas Goedert for the Eagles. Dallas Goedert. I like over 3.5 receptions. I think he'll be. I find the Washington covering tight ends, they allowed tight ends to have their way with catches and runs after the catch, in my opinion. So I think Dallas Goedert can take advantage of that weakness in the Washington defense. He can take advantage of that hole, that gaping hole that Washington does have difficulty in defending the tight ends. So I think I like Dallas Goedert here in the receptions, 3.5 receptions. I like that one. On the Washington side, I like Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels over 55.5 rushing yards. This is a very good prop. He's been very consistent in this area, and I expect that to continue, especially when if Washington falls behind in this game. I expect Daniels to use his legs a lot, get those yards to keep just to give the Redskins a chance. So I expect him to clear this number at over 55.5 rushing yards. I like this one a lot. Those are the main props I like for this game on both sides, the Redskins side and the Eagles side. That's all I can say about this game. Now, I wouldn't talk you off of Saquon Barkley over. I think right now his rushing yards is, I think I saw 123. Let me double check the latest. I wouldn't talk you off of that. But if you want, what you can do for this game, let me get to that in a minute, for Saquon. Let's see. Yeah, right now, 122. So it's 122 rushing yards. So you can use something called the alternate rushing yards. You can alternate the rushing yards. They have them at different sports books. So you can get the best number if you alter the rushing yards, if you want to do that. Just shop around and you can alter the yards. That's probably my advice to you if you want to take Saquon Barkley. I'm personally not going to bet that, but I wouldn't talk you off it at the same time. It's a very popular prop, so I mean, you can do what you wish. I'm not going to play that personally. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all I can tell you. That's it for this game. That's all I have. Nothing else for this game. For the Philadelphia-Washington game. The next game and the final game, the late game, Kansas City at Buffalo. Again, if you're wondering where we're getting the props, the information from in terms of the line movement and everything else, we have it here. It's oddslogic.com. That's the name of the site, oddslogic.com. You get all the latest information, line moves, over-unders, totals, for all sports, every sport you can think of. It's oddslogic.com. You get all the information for the latest games on. All right, so the next game is Kansas City at Buffalo. It opened up as a pick'em, and the total is 48. Right now, it's Kansas City 1.5 favored. Now we're actually seeing a 2 at Pinnacle. It went to 2. Pinnacle's got 2. Fanatics, it has 2. So certain books now are starting to push to 2, -2, Kansas City. And the total's at 49.5. So I have a lot to say about this game. My take on this game is, let me look here. I'm going to have some props as well. We'll get into that. 2 plays. I like the... Let's bear with me for one moment. Make sure all the numbers are updated.
Halftime.
40... I like the over 49.5. I'm going to take the over 49.5. This is for the 6:30 game. And of course, I like Kansas City on the money line. A lesson I've learned a long time ago, and I think I got caught up with this, betting against Patrick Mahomes. I've bet against him a few times already, and I got burnt pretty badly. So I've learned my lesson, and I'm betting. I'm going to be betting the Chiefs on the money line. That's my play. Kansas City money line over 49.5. Now in the first half, for all you first half bettors out there like myself, I like the under 24.5 in the first half. I like the under in the first half, 24.5. I'm gonna go with that. Under 24.5 in the first half. Again, starts off slow, a little bit slow. I know the weather will be, well, weather's not going to be a factor, but then I find the second half everything's going to open up to the over 49.5. That's how I see it. Now in terms of the props, see if you can find this at any sports books. Ty Johnson. Let me just get this prop here. I had it here. Let me just get that. I had that here. This is a good prop. I think let me look. I'm gonna look this up here. This is a Ty Johnson prop. I'm gonna try and find that. This is for the Buffalo game. Let me look at that here. It's a very popular prop. Ty Johnson. Okay, so rushing and receiving yards. This is a good one. Over 20.5. This is a very popular. That's one of the props I'll be doing. Ty Johnson over 20.5. Rushing props. Let's see this one here. The next one's going to be Patrick. Let me see. Hold on. Patrick Mahomes rushing yards over 20.5. This is the next prop I like. Mahomes rushing yards over 20.5. I like this one a lot. Again, in these championship games, he always uses his legs to make things happen. So and I feel that's one weapon that Buffalo's gonna have a difficult time stopping. That's the one weapon they're gonna have difficulty overcoming. Mahomes' legs. And I like the over 20.5. I think you're getting a good price, a good bargain on that. I think that's a bargain. I think he clears that. So that's one of the props I like. Let's see here. So some books have them at 22.5. FanDuel's 22.5. Some other books got them at 20.5. So you got to shop around, get the best number as you can, as best you can. I would even, personally myself, I'm going to play my two books. FanDuel, I'm 22.5. PointsBet. PointsBet I have. PointsBet.ca. I'll be playing it at 20.5. So even at 22.5, I'm playing the over, Mahomes rushing. I like that a lot. It's one of my props that I like. Yeah, those are the two best props that I like for this game. The Ty Johnson one, rushing and receiving, 20. Now, PointsBet is the only book that I see that has that prop. So look around and see if any other props have that. FanDuel doesn't have that. Ty Johnson rushing and receiving over 20.5. So you got to look around and see if there's any other books that have it. But that's what I've done. I've done that. Let's see. I'm just going to see what else I see here for this game. Let's see. See if I see anything. Another one to look at too. I would look at rushing attempts. Josh Allen. It's 9.5 rushing attempts. I would take the over 9.5 rushing attempts. This is a good one. So that's at FanDuel. If you have a FanDuel account, 9.5. Let me see what PointsBet has. This is another one. Over 9.5 rushing attempts. Let's see. Yeah, so they don't have it here at PointsBet. PointsBet doesn't have that option. FanDuel does. If you have a FanDuel account, over 9.5 rushing attempts is a good one. That's one to take. So those are the props for this game, and like I said, I like the Chiefs. I like under 23.5 in the first half. I like that one. And Ty Johnson, over 20.5 rushing and receiving yards. I think he can play a part in this game, and he'll have his way a little bit. But I still like the Chiefs at the end. But at the end, I like the Chiefs. And the over 49.5. Under first half, 23.5. Now we're going to go back to the Philadelphia game. I'm going to look at something else here. Let's see. I'm looking at one other thing here. Actually, no, that's it. I thought I saw something, another play in the Redskins game. I don't see anything else. But that's it. That's all for the championship game. That's what I'm going with. Those are my plays. Again, thank you for joining me. My name's Abby. Good luck to whoever fades or follows. Good luck to you guys. Hope you cash your tickets. I just give the plays and picks for how I see it fit and how I view it. You don't have to follow. You can fade. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Like I said, good luck. Hope you cash your tickets. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck to everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.